Avery's got great form hiking here. We can see, if we look closely, you can see that her knees are way outboard, her ankles are at the jib track, and her shoulders and head are way low. Here we've got Carissa and Deirdre. Good power on the roll, good snap flatten. Watch the power which Carissa uses as she flattens these tacks, and watch her foot placement as she goes through. You can see in this tack, really good view of Carissa's feet, right into the thwart and then into the strap, right into a hiking position out of the tack. You can see here, Deirdre does a nice job maybe oversteering a little bit, but watch her tiller as she comes out, perfectly centered, almost the entire time coming out. She's coming out on exactly the right angle. And you'll notice on this tack coming up, Carissa's feet, you can get a really good view of them hooked in, big flatten, and on this one in slow motion, same tack we just watched, you can watch Carissa's feet. I also want you to watch Deirdre's perfect hand switch, and then she trims the mainsail as the boat is going through the last quarter of the flatten. She doesn't wait until it's perfectly flat, right here. Really pretty good. Same with this tack, watch Carissa's feet carefully. You can also see Deirdre's hand switch and the trim before the boat comes down to perfectly flat. This tack, I think you'll see Deirdre oversteers a little, and as a result, the boat comes out. I think their timing's a little off on the flat end. Boat rotates through the tack a little too quickly, comes out with a little too much power. They can't quite flatten for speed there. But this one would correct, a little slower, gradual on the turn, more power and speed out of the tack. Weff and Avery sailing upwind. See nice steering on this first tack, maybe a touch of oversteer. Good flatten out, though, right into the straps for Avery and Matt. And we'll see upwind in a nice big puff, both fully hiked, small adjustments on the mainsail to keep the boat perfectly steady. That's a big thing here. You can see they're both fully hiked, small trim from the rail, but the rig is totally steady. Coming in the next tack, much better with the tiller, nice and gradual. And watch the hand switch from Matt, big flatten from Avery. Got another one coming, and again, let's watch the steering, nice and smooth. You can see Avery's feet really well in this next tack, how she goes right to the thwart to the strap. You'll see it in 1 second here. Nice and steady, notice the tiller's hardly moving, and small adjustments on the sail from a full hike position. There we go, maybe a little oversteer, but nice big flat in there. Here we go, watch the feet. We've got those tacks in slow motion now, and just like we were watching with Deirdre, we can see Weffer's big ease after the roll, and then a big trim as the rig goes from 15 degrees off upright straight up to upright. There it is, right there. And we're going to see another tack. We'll see the same thing, that getting that trim in right before the rig goes to straight up and down creates a lot of extra acceleration out of these tacks. You'll see it right here, and there's the big trim right there. So, yep. This set of tacks, we see really great jib management by Avery. You'll see as they come through the tack, as she goes to cross and flatten, she's trimmed about 80% of full. And then last trim, right as Matt gets his full trim in, she brings the jib into 100% at almost exactly the same time. You'll see it again here. Trim to about 80% full. Final trim right there. Really great stuff. Hang on. Great video of Avery and Weffer here in these tacks. You'll see tiller management's a little better through the tacks, not quite oversteering. And you got a good view of the hand switch from Matt. Avery doesn't flatten quite as hard as Carissa does. She doesn't need to because Matt's a little heavier than Deirdre. So you can see right there, nice and smooth, right to the straps. Really good big breeze tacks for like full hiking conditions here. So here's one more. Same deal, right into the straps and off they go.